If you have ever wondered why your bank account is allergic to savings, you might be stuck in some sneaky bad money habits. But don't worry, today we are uncovering 10 habits keeping you broke and how to break free from them. Stick with me because this is your first step toward ditching financial stress for good. Let's dive in. Number one, living paycheck to paycheck. The biggest trap is living paycheck to paycheck. A 2023 report from Lending Club revealed that 64% of Americans are caught in this cycle. And yes, that includes 49% of people making over 100,000 a year. That is crazy. Why does it happen? It is not always about low income. It is more about overspending and lifestyle inflation. As we earn more, we convince ourselves we need the latest gadgets, fancier dinners, or bigger homes, which we do not. How can you break this habit? Step one is creating a budget. Apps like You Need a Budget make it easy to track every dollar. Step two, pay yourself first. Automate savings before you even think about spending. Number two, ignoring a budget. Budget might sound like a boring word, but ignoring it might keep you broke. Here is the reality. Without a budget, you are flying blind. Let's look at the stats. According to US Bank, only 41% of Americans use a budget. And the rest? Well, they are wondering where their money went at the end of the month, why it is a problem. Unplanned spending, small leaks like subscriptions, and impulse buys add up. If you are earning $50,000 a year but spending $52,000 a year, then you have a problem. How to fix this? Start with the 50-30-20 rule. Spend 50% of your income for your needs, 30% for what you want, and 20% for savings. Write down your income and expenses. Number three, relying on credit cards like they are free money. Let's be honest, credit cards are amazing until the bill shows up. According to Federal Reserve Bank of New York, Americans hold 1.03 trillion in credit card debt, with the average household owing over $7,000. Why it is a trap? Credit card interest rates are a killer. According to Bankrate, the average APR is now 24.48%. That means if you only make minimum payments, you will end up paying double or triple the original price of what you spend. How to break it? Use credit cards strategically. Pay off your balance in full every month. Cannot do that? Switch to cash or a debit card until you have built better habits. Oh, and stop using debt to fund things like vacations or gadgets you cannot afford otherwise. Number four, not having an emergency fund. Emergencies don't send calendar invites. They just show up. And yet, according to Banktree, 57% of Americans cannot afford a $1,000 emergency expense without going into debt. The problem, whether it is a surprise medical bill, a car repair, or job loss, not having a financial cushion keeps you stuck in a cycle of borrowing. What is the fix? Start small. Set aside just $10 a week. Over a year, that's $520. A solid start for an emergency fund. Treat it like a bill, non-negotiable. Number five, spending more than you earn. This one might sound obvious, but overspending is easier than you think. In fact, according to US Bureau of Economic Analysis, Americans' personal savings rate is just 3.4%, near historic lows. Why it happens? From buy now, pay later apps to fear of missing out or FOMO fueled spending on Instagram, it's easy to fall into the I will deal with it later mindset. How to break it? Live by this mantra. If you cannot pay for it in full today, you cannot afford it. Bonus tip: unsubscribe from retail emails. They're marketing traps disguised as discounts. Number six, avoiding investments. Saving money is great, but investing it is where the magic happens. Yet, according to Gallup polls, 45% of Americans say they own zero stocks. Why it happens? Many avoid investing because they are afraid of losing money or feel like they don't know enough. But here is the thing. The S&P 500 has returned an average of 10% annually over the past 50 years. That is way better than the 0.01% of your savings account is giving you. The fix. Start small. Use apps like Robinhood or Betterment to invest in index funds. Even $50 a month can grow into six figures over time thanks to compound interest. Number 7, impulse spending. You know that tiny voice in your head that says, I deserve this? Yeah, it's bankrupting you. According to Slick Deals, Americans spend an average of $314 a month on impulse purchases, totaling nearly $4,000 a year. Why it happens? Stress, boredom, or clever marketing can make you buy things you do not need. And let's not forget retail therapy. The fix. Adopt a 24-hour rule. See something you want? Wait a day. Most of the time, you will realize you did not actually need it. Unsubscribe from flash sale alerts. They're your wallet's worst enemy. Number 8. Procrastinating on financial decisions. Procrastination is a silent wealth killer. Whether it is starting a retirement account, paying off debt, or creating a budget, the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Why it is costly? Every year you delay investing, you lose potential compound growth. For example, according to Vanguard, if you invest $5,000 a year starting at age 25, you will have over $1 million by retirement. Start at 35 and you will have only half of that. How to start? Pick one financial goal today. Open that savings account. Start that 401k. Small steps add up. Number 9. Neglecting financial education. Let's get real. If you don't understand money, it will always control you. According to Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, or FINRA, 65% of Americans are financially illiterate, meaning they cannot answer basic questions about interest rates or inflation. Why it matters? Lack of knowledge leads to bad decisions, like taking on high-interest loans or failing to invest. How to fix it? Commit to learning. Read books like The Richest Man in Babylon or watch free YouTube videos like this one. Knowledge is your greatest asset. Number 10. Not setting clear financial goals. Last but not the least, let's talk about drifting through life without financial goals. If you don't know where you are going, any road will do, and most of those roads lead to poverty. The problem: without goals, you are more likely to overspend and undersave. A study by Harvard University found that people with written goals are 10 times more likely to succeed. The fix: set smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, save $10,000 for a down payment in 2 years is way better than save some money eventually. Breaking bad money habits isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Start small, track your spending, automate your savings, and educate yourself about investing. Remember, wealth isn't about how much you make, it's about what you do with what you have. Which of these habits are you ready to tackle first? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a financial reset. Here is to your journey towards financial freedom. one smart habit at a time.